You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Crossbones After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Crossbones After Show.
Pirates, man. Pirates. Cool. Well, hey, everybody. We're back. Episode 2 of Crossbones, The Covenant. I'm Kelly McInerney, and this is my awesome co-host, Bobby DeMuro.
Hello.
Yeah. What'd you think of the episode, Bobby?
Much better than #1.
Yeah, I agree. I like the story, like the end and everything, the twist and everything.
Not even just twist, but like #1 was so repetitive. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna save him. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna with like 4 different dudes. At least #2 was a little bit better.
Yeah, it's just I guess they just had to keep him on the island low. The first one, I don't know. It was weird. But before we talk about the episode, let's just talk about this book really quickly. It's Maria Menounos' new book. It's pretty awesome. It's the Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness. It's out now. It's great. Especially if you want to get in bikini body shape for the summer.
While I am not a girl, nor am I concerned that much with girls' diet and fitness, I will say honestly, she is our boss. She makes ABTV run. So when you support that, you support her. And when you support her, you support us. So if you like the after show or whatever's going on here, and you're a girl or maybe a guy who wants to get fit because it is bikini season.
Yep.
By the way, are you going to the AFTERBUZZ pool party?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to get ready.
I know.
we got to get ready. That's like middle of July. We got to get ripped. So maybe I should hand that book over.
Right.
Yeah, let me take a look here. All right, you do the show, I'll read the book, and I'll tell you if anything interesting comes up.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Anyways, so it starts off, the chronometer's already made. That was
quick.
Super fast.
Yeah, it seems like it's a really difficult thing, but James rebuilt it. Hey, when you're in a wheelchair, you can't do anything else like James was.
A lot of time, right?
Yeah, and he's apparently a clocksman, so he built it real quick.
Yeah, that was really fast. And so Blackbeard has this whole plan that he wants to, I guess, have another pirate sell it to William Jagger from England. So then he doesn't exist or something. So then people think that he doesn't exist anymore, and those pirates get like a lot of money.
Pretty much. A little convoluted, but I actually believe this plan. It wasn't like a stupid writer's trick to do whatever on TV.
Yeah.
I believe this a little bit, that Blackbeard can't have the chronometer for ransom, because if he does, well, everybody's going to know he's alive, and they're going to come looking for him like they already are. So if he gives it to another pirate, Sam Valentine, who we meet in this episode, then, hey, Sam was the one who found it. Sam's the one who turns it in. I don't know what you're talking about with Blackbeard. You guys are crazy. He must still be dead because it's my chronometer and it's my money. Yeah. And so Blackbeard then gets to live and do whatever he wants, knowing that, hey, everybody thinks I'm dead now, so it's all good, and that was his goal. So I understand this motive for him.
It was kind of weird the way he said it, but it makes sense eventually. But Sam, he doesn't want to do it because it's bad news giving it back to England, because then they can't be really pirates anymore, you know, because they'll know where they are. Which
was a huge, this was where the problem was. It wasn't in Blackbeard's motives. The problem was in Sam's response. He's like, I reject this. I can't do this. I don't care how much money it is. It's like, wait a minute, Sam, you're not in piracy for like the fraternity of piracy to like make piracy go. Who cares about that? Yeah. You're looking for a fortune. You could have had a fortune selling the damn chronometer back. You should have taken it. You should have had your fortune, and then you would have killed piracy. But what's the difference? Because you had your fortune.
Yeah.
Who cares? Every pirate's in it for themselves. That's the definition of being a pirate.
Yeah. Apparently, a pirate's life is for him, though, and he just likes doing that stuff.
I guess.
The action and guns and fun stuff. But yeah, so Blackbeard gets very mad, but he doesn't know what to do because he can't kill him, because then there'll be a mutiny on him and everything. So then two guys try and kill him out of the blue. out of the blue.
Yeah, we learn later it's not really out of the blue.
Yeah.
Which is another brilliant thing, but we'll get to that in a second. But two guys try to kill him. Blackbeard is unarmed, of course.
Yeah. He's like praying or something. Oh, but before then he sees a vision. Another vision again, randomly. But yeah, so the people think that it's Sam, but he's like, it's not Sam, because Sam would have killed me right then, like he would have done it himself. He wouldn't hire any lackeys or whatever.
No, Sam's got enough honor. If Sam is in it for the piracy and not the fortune, Sam's got enough honor that he's going to kill Blackbeard face to face and not send lackeys to do it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I get that too. All right.
And then Selima thinks it's Lowe because she just doesn't like Lowe for some reason, I feel like.
Very distrustful of Lowe.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. And so they try and find out what goes on. And eventually, like, they just decide to hang both Sam and Lowe. And, but before that, let's talk about, I guess we should talk about Lowe and Catherine a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it interests me, though, because Blackbeard is in a catch-22 here in a couple different places, and this is where we see the metaphor of the chessboard. We see a couple images of chessboards in the episode today,
Yeah.
and Blackbeard is playing chess.
Yeah.
Here. Maybe when everybody else is playing checkers, to recycle that horrible phrase. But Sam rejecting him for the chronometer, not wanting to do the chronometer thing, puts Blackbeard in a tough spot because he can't, kill Sam for disrespecting him or whatever. But he also knows that Sam rejecting him is going to sort of usurp some of Blackbeard's power. So he has to find a different way to get back at Sam, which he does in the episode to make it look like Sam is guilty when he's actually not, and he plays both sides off the middle and does it pretty well. But we understand the difficulty in piracy on the ships and on the island, and this is where the real Blackbeard story comes into play, because this same politics, this same difficulty, the same relationship, pirate boats, pirate ships to me in the 1700s were a little bit in a weird way like a reality TV show today. Like a bunch of conniving people, a bunch of weird relationships. To be the survivor on the pirate ship, to be the captain, you have to really watch these relationships closely and please everybody. But at the same time, like we saw from Blackbeard today, you got to be tough enough to put your foot down. Which he was with Sam, especially when Sam got drunk, started telling tall tales, doing all that sort of stuff, and Blackbeard had to come in and lay the hammer down. But it's an interesting idea to look at, and this is why John Malkovich is perfect for this, in this regard, to look at how conniving Blackbeard has to be. Yeah. Whether he wants to or not.
It's just like, that's why he's the leader. That's what you have to do when you're a leader. Yeah. It's crazy.
Especially a leader of thieves, a leader of criminals is, how thick are these guys? They're thick as thieves. Yeah. So it's a little bit different than leading, like, a company, Fortune 500.
Yeah. But Sam he seems kind of like a dick, too, because he's just
for sure.
Like, just trying to embarrass Blackbeard with those stories. And Blackbeard's second mate, right? His first mate, kind of doesn't like that. He tries to...
Charlie, Charlie doesn't like that a whole lot. Yeah, and Charlie kind of takes offense to some of the things that Sam says, or Sam maybe lacks tact or whatever, and is sort of making fun of Blackbeard in his own home, which goes back to that honor issue that Blackbeard's talking about, where even though this is technically a democracy, which we'll get to in a second about whether it is a democracy, there's still this idea of honor, and there's still this code that you can't just blast the pirate leader. Even though there's a democracy and you might be able to say whatever you want, you can't say whatever you want. Yeah, there's still a code here. Sam doesn't follow. He gets drunk, gets loose lips, doesn't follow the code, and something has to happen to him. Now, we didn't know what was going to happen the entire time. I didn't understand what was happening until the very end, how everything played together.
Everything came together,
But by doing that, Blackbeard keeps his men under him and respecting him and fearing him, maybe more than respecting him. He keeps Sam's men at bay to not understand what happened to Sam because they think Sam's guilty. He keeps Lowe well enough in the fold, although I don't think Blackbeard knows all the things that Lowe knows. Yeah. Blackbeard doesn't think Lowe knows as much as he knows. Yeah. And he keeps his hold over this island because even though the Commodore says that it's a democracy and there are no kings, that's a flat-out lie.
It is. And it's funny, but it's funny how he says it at the end, like when Sam is, being hung or whatever, how he's like, no, I can't, they voted against you. blah blah blah, and I'm not the king.
Which, by the way, is a great scene. They voted against you. I'm not the king. Walk away. Wink. Great thing, because then we start to understand the game that's being played and how Blackbeard is innocent. There was an assassination attempt on me. Who could have done it? This is awful. Oh, just kidding. I did it myself.
Yeah.
You know, wink, whatever. Let's throw it to Roya real quick. We've got a promo to run, and then we'll come right back to this.
Yeah, guys, this is a nice little American Express promo. Let's take a listen.
My name is Yvonne Saravia, and I am a home health aide. My credit score was very high. It was like 700 something. Then I had like a hiccup in my finances. Everything just crashed. But I don't crawl under a rock and cry. It takes baby steps to get back. So that's what I am doing.
With American Express Serve, you have a full-service prepaid account that helps you handle your money simply and affordably. There's no credit check. You can pay your bills online and reload cash for free at over 15,000 locations, all for $1 a month, and all backed by the 24/7 service of American Express. This is what membership is. This is what membership does.
Get started with an American Express Serve card at CVS Pharmacy or Family Dollar today. Terms and restrictions apply. Go to serve.com for more details.
Cool. Awesome stuff. So we're back. And yeah, so Blackbeard kind of created this whole thing to get rid of Sam so he could basically win. And so he could get his first what's his name?
His first mate.
First mate.
Finnegan?
Finnegan, yeah. First mate to sell the chronometer back to the English, and he actually has the ladies, I guess they're like kind of prostitute, right?
They're totally prostitutes.
Yeah.
They're prostitutes all the way.
I don't know what that sponge thing was, though.
I thought it was a cleansing, cleaning, hygienic kind of idea. They
Uh-huh.
needed the sponges to get ready because a whole lot of guys were coming into port. You know, that whole ship of guys.
Yeah,
Not to get too graphic, NBC, but I thought that's what it was. Maybe it was something totally different. I don't know.
Yeah, and she said it was bastard thwarting. I don't know. That's what she called it.
And she does what? We are so stupid. Bastard thwarting. Sponges. Do you watch Seinfeld? The Spongeworthy episode? Oh my God, it's a birth control thing.
Oh, okay.
In a weird, goofy, 1700s way, but that's the bastard thwarting. So it is hygienic. They do need these sponges, but it's because all these guys come into port and it's not just a hygiene issue, it's a birth control issue. We don't want bastards.
Yeah.
We're going to thwart this. Here are the sponges.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know. So, yeah. So they kind of play like damsels in distress, like, oh, we don't like him, we want to be free of Blackbeard. So they get two strange dudes, well, one of Valentine's men, I guess, two of them, to try and kill Malkovich, and it doesn't work, and it was, pretty cool. That
was a Chuck Norris Walker Texas Ranger kind of a scene. Malkovich with like a couple different guys on him, no weapons.
Yeah.
One of them attacks at a time. All these. What I don't understand about sword fighting, and I've never been in a sword fight, so this is going to sound dumb, and people are going to comment like, that guy's an idiot. It's cool. We already know I'm an idiot. What I don't understand about sword fighting is everybody's going side to side and side to side. Just poke. Just poke a lot, right? Why are you going side to side? If I had a sword, I'd just poke and poke and poke.
That's what I would do too.
Because you can't like defend it with your sword if you're
I guess maybe they have I don't know.
Well, the hand thing, yeah, I'm with that. But they don't have like a body armor.
Yeah.
Blackbeard's just standing there in his like PJs. So,
touche, yeah.
Especially if there's two guys. One pokes from the front, one pokes from the back. I know that's what she said. And done, and you got the guy, and he's dead. But of course that didn't happen. Blackbeard survives, and he kind of winks at Selima. She's like, you put yourself in danger, or don't put yourself in danger again. And he's like, when did I do it the first time?
Yeah.
Smooth.
Slick.
We have another love story. That's the second love story here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, yeah, because he really wants to be in bed with her, and apparently she doesn't put out, basically, right?
I don't know if it's that or if she just doesn't trust him or what it is, but there's some sort of history between the two of them. I envisioned it was more than just wanting to go to bed with her, because he says something along the lines of, lay with me, or I need you to lay with me, or wherever it is. I can't find it. Wants Selima to lay with him, whatever he said. But I think there's history more than that, and it's more than just lust, but there's some kind of romantic trust and love and relationship. And I don't know if he's hurt her before or she's been burned before, whatever it is, but she's a little distrustful of
him
getting too close to the fire. Yeah.
Yeah. And he allows it, which is kind of surprising because I feel like he just wants his way no matter what. But
well, and that's why I think it's more than lust, because if his way was just lust, he would make her submit.
Yeah.
You know, say rape or whatever you want to say, whatever it is. He would do something along the lines, because Blackbeard's a badass dude, apparently, in what we've seen in this show. But it's not a lust thing. He knows if she submits like that, that would ruin it for him, too, as well as obviously ruining it for her. So there's got to be some sort of trust and romantic relationship where he can't force it on her, but he has to kind of say, okay, I have to break her down or whatever it is, because there has to be, I'm interested in her for more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. And so let's talk about the other love story, though, right? It's really kind of, I feel like it was so random at the end. But John Lowe and Catherine.
Or Tom Lowe.
Oh, yeah. Tom Lowe. I don't know why I said John Lowe. And Catherine Balfour. She asks him in the beginning to help. She'll, like, because he moves into a new place, she'll help pay for, like, the bed and everything, as long as he helps her with her husband, which is cool. We didn't know she had a husband. We know the one guy in the first episode that she spoke to, her husband, James, who rebuilt the chronometer. Yeah,
that's a big bomb drop on poor Thomas Lowe, because you can see his face change when she mentions the husband.
Yeah.
She says, you know, you can pay me back in services rendered, and he's kind of like winking, like, hey, what kind of services are we talking about? And she's like, you need to help my husband.
Yeah.
Oh, deflated.
Boner
Bummer.
Kill.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, well, on to the next girl. There's not a lot of girls on the island, though.
Yeah. So he goes to help her husband, who's been through a lot. He was, like, tortured and everything because he wouldn't give out names. He was a rebel.
During the Jacobite Revolution, which is so funny to me how quickly they glossed over this. And Thomas Lowe says something to the effect of, like, you thought the wrong king was on the throne. And it's like, hey, that's the revolution. It's done. Yeah. Google Jacobites. It's a very interesting story. It has nothing to do with this, but it's a little more than the wrong king was on the throne. But they just had to gloss over it to set the stage for why he's in a wheelchair, why he is the way he is, all that sort of stuff. And they keep alluding to England and to the old world and to what is now the United Kingdom. But to that whole area, you know, time after time in both these episodes, I feel like whether it's flashbacks or later on in this season, we're going to see a lot of England. And I don't know if we'll end up seeing the king or whomever, but we're going to see a lot more of physical England. It's not going to stay on Santa Campana in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now. Not to go too far into predictions.
No, yeah. Why not? But yeah, so he tries to, like, there's a lot of scar tissue and everything, but apparently the healing that he needs is his heart. He just needs his wife's love.
It's like a PSA.
Yeah. It was really... I think he could have tried a little bit to do something with his legs.
Ooh, Thomas Lowe could have tried?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess we don't know exactly how skilled of a surgeon he is and on what level, because he sort of came into this as a spy/surgeon. So was he a regular surgeon who became kind of a mole, or was he just a guy with some medical training who they're sort of fudging is the surgeon? So I still am a little hazy on just how much medical knowledge he has.
Yeah.
You know, and how skilled of a surgeon he is.
He is. But I mean, he knows some stuff. He kind of made he made the one guy Nightingale live a little bit longer.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I don't know. So he goes to Catherine and tells her he needs your lovin'. And she's like, are you serious? You know, I gave up my whole life for him, my family and everything, just to go here, just to break him out of prison, because he was in prison. I give him all my love. And then she goes to her husband and tells him that, you know, like she said, oh, don't ever, it was really good, don't ever not have faith in me or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again. But then, so you think it's all cool with the husband and her, and all of a sudden, when Lowe is almost being hung, she's like, no, he was in my bed the whole day.
Which is a crazy lie and a weird lie, and I couldn't, totally out of left field.
Yeah.
But it saved him.
Yeah, it did.
And it made her look bad, which she knew what she was doing when it happened, and even Blackbeard kind of alluded to it.
Yeah.
He kind of gave her a look, and I don't remember what exactly he said, but he's like, you know, okay, if you want to admit to that.
And she tells everybody about it. It's like, something's up.
Well, here's what's up. I think she's physically attracted to Thomas Lowe, and when she lies and says he was in my bed all day, if everybody knows that lie, she now has carte blanche. And she says, hey, everybody thinks it's true anyways. So why don't I get it on with this guy? Because that's what happened at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So,
they make out at the end. I don't know. I thought it was really weird because I kind of was like, I thought it was cool that she had a husband already, so she wasn't a love interest. She was her own, but I don't know. I feel like there's some ulterior motives though. I don't know if she's attracted to him or if she's doing this for a reason to like get out of the island or something. I don't know.
He's like, Thomas Lowe is like Nicolas Cage's character in Con Air. He's like the only good dude on a plane or an island full of bad dudes. And so it's like when you have that good dude, you want to get something different out of him than you would the bad dudes using each other and these pirates and criminals and blah, blah, blah. But it's like Thomas Lowe and Fletch, but not as smart, stand out as good guys on this island who mean well, though Catherine doesn't know what they're actually trying to do. But they mean well. And so whatever her motive is, which is up for debate, and we don't know the whole story yet, obviously, she's like, I can get something different out of Thomas Lowe than I can get out of Blackbeard, Charlie, Finnegan, Sam, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so then what else? I don't know. That was pretty much. What about when Tom Lowe and Valentine share a few moments too when they're locked up, because he wants more information, Lowe, about what a hellburner is, because what's his Blackbeard. That's what he wants at the end, like out of all of this, out of all the whole chronometer scheme, he wants 2 hellburners.
A hellburner is an empty ship packed with gunpowder, rocks, nails, etc., set to detonate, and innocents will die by the score.
Yeah.
So Blackbeard's coming up with something, obviously chronometer or not, and that's his goal. Yeah, what about that? What do you think he's going to do with the hellburner? Because I can tell you the one situation in real Blackbeard's life that he could have used a hellburner.
What was it?
He blockaded the port of Charleston, South Carolina. You ever been to Charleston? Go there. It's unbelievable. I'm serious. Most underrated vacation destination in the world. Back in 1716, or maybe it was 1717, he literally took the port, the real Blackbeard, took the port of Charleston hostage, blockaded it, wouldn't let ships come in and out, took everybody's stuff, was a bully taking lunch money, got medicine for his crew, got a bunch of other supplies that he wanted, and then let everybody go. Because the real Blackbeard didn't kill people like the Blackbeard in this show does.
Yeah.
So maybe this Blackbeard, knowing real Blackbeard's history, is going to want to blockade a port with those hellburners, but instead of just getting goods, he's going to want to tear some crap up.
Yeah.
And whether that's Jamaica or maybe up the River Thames into London, who knows? I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or go back to Bristol, where he was from, where Blackbeard was born. He wants to screw some crap up. So we'll see.
And
Not
do
to get
it
into
big.
predictions. And do it real big.
Do it big, yeah.
Hellburner just sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Besides the scores of people dying.
Yeah.
Besides that part. Everything else about it sounds cool.
But overall, I think it was a pretty cool episode. A lot better than the first one, I think.
Yeah, and it introduces the politics of piracy. And I'm not talking about the king and pardons and things like that. I mean day-to-day life of pirates. Pirate to pirate, excuse me, avoiding mutinies, avoiding, being usurped by so-and-so. Having new pirates come into the mix, like Sam just randomly came into the mix and his ship came over. And then Sam tries to usurp Blackbeard's authority, and Blackbeard has to put it down and show how powerful you are. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and if you're the top dog, you have to constantly be doing things to prove your power and to make people fear you, because otherwise, those underneath you are going to go for it. And Blackbeard said it himself, it's the most loyal ones who can't be trusted. Remember that?
Yeah.
So, Sam and him were good friends. They were loyal. I don't know how loyal, but they were very close friends before. They've known each other for long. Can't trust Sam. Gotta kill him. See you later, buddy. Which Thomas Lowe actually does instead of Blackbeard. Blackbeard leaves him to hang, to die in days. Thomas Lowe shoots him through the heart. Same difference, he's dead.
Yeah.
And then Blackbeard maybe looks to the other people close to him. I don't know. But it really showcased to me the politics of these pirates and what they have to go through on a daily basis and how cunning and how shrewd you have to be if you want to sit on top.
Yeah.
Whether you call it a democracy or a kingdom or whatever the title you have, it's not probably a total democracy, or you don't want it to be. And you need to be pretty cunning in how you go about your business.
It's politics, man. I feel like even all democracies kind of in a way have some dirty stuff going down.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything else to add about?
Well, the title Commodore, they keep calling him Commodore. The real Blackbeard never referred to himself as Commodore as far as we know. A Commodore is the commander of a flotilla of ships. Blackbeard's got a few ships, but he's sitting on an island. So the Commodore name doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know why you use it. I don't know if it sounds cool. Maybe we'll learn later why he's using it. I don't know. But he is not commanding a flotilla of ships. He's chilling in his kingdom on this island. So technically that's the wrong term to use. You could use president or king or, you know, chief executive officer. Maybe
mayor
not. Maybe
something.
Mayor. The mayor of Santa Campana. Vote for him every year. But whatever it is, Commodore technically is not what he is.
Yeah.
But that's nitpicking. I'm sorry. That's what I do.
He just likes names. That's what he said. That's what Sam said. He goes from different names. Teach. Was he even a teacher?
No, his name was Teach. The real Blackbeard, they're pretty sure his real or pirate name was Edward Teach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then that makes sense.
And it's spelled differently. It could have been Thatch, Hatch. It could have been spelled a couple ways, but generally speaking, historians call him Edward Teach.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so let's move on to...
Let's do some news and gossip.
Yeah.
AfterBuzz TV News.
3 things today. First off, it's not news because it is exactly 1 year old, but John Malkovich is cutting dudes' throats in Crossbones. Here's irony that we have come to expect from a guy like Malkovich. 1 year ago today, June 8, 2013, in Toronto, I believe, somewhere in Canada, a man was walking. John Malkovich was doing a play, had stepped outside to take a break from rehearsal or from the play itself. A man was walking, slipped and fell, sliced his neck open on some construction equipment, and who comes to his aid and literally saves his life but John Malkovich?
Oh my gosh.
A year ago today, that's obviously not normal, regular, current news. I just saw it online. I was screwing around today online. I found this story. I was like, this is too good to be true.
Yeah.
So Blackbeard is just slitting dudes' throats and Crossbones, but the real John Malkovich took his scarf off, put it on the guy's neck. Literally, the other people who were there who came up were credited him, and a couple of them didn't know who Malkovich was. They were like, this guy named John, he's the one who saved the guy's life.
Yeah.
And later on, we find out it's John Malkovich. Cool stuff.
Man, as if John Malkovich wasn't cool enough
I know,
already.
just saving lives. And, he just kind of went about his business. He's like, I did what everybody else would have done, which hopefully is true. Good for you, John, but hey.
Yeah.
All right, and that was a year ago today, June 8th. Second, Crossbones ratings on the second episode do much better than expected. We were expecting a little bit of a drop-off because that's what usually happens, especially on a Friday night, especially in the summer, and unfortunately recently, especially with a lot of stuff NBC's doing. Sorry.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Believe, I miss you. I used to do a show called Believe on NBC. It got canceled, I'm sad. Roya actually engineered it. She had a lot of fun with us. It was a good after show, but Crossbones ratings, you guys don't care about Believe. Crossbones had a 0.9 rating, only lost 10% of its premiere audience. They were very happy about that and held relatively steady throughout the night, the entire hour, Friday night with Dateline leading in. Those are the ratings more or less that Hannibal got in its second season in the same time slot. So they're thinking here, if Crossbones can continue to match that, we may actually see it being called in on a second season.
Oh, awesome.
Way too early to tell.
Yeah.
But if they can do things like that, we'll see. One major shakeup later this summer, there's going to be a lot of preemptions for Major League Baseball. So we'll see if it can keep the momentum going.
Float.
Yeah. So we'll see about that. Anyways, moving on to our third piece of news. If you are in New York City, I know a lot of folks are, you can go see Richard Coyle, who plays Thomas Lowe. You can go see him act in theater on the stage. He is playing Macduff in the famous Shakespearean drama Macbeth.
Oh.
Directed and starring by Kenneth Branagh. Richard Coyle is playing Macduff. That opened May 31st. It is at the Park Avenue Armory in New York City. If you're in the area, if you're in Jersey or New York.
Hey, I'm going there next week.
Go check it out. Here's the deal. A lot of tickets are sold out. It's going to be out through June 22nd. They said they're very limited tickets, but every morning they are going to release walk-up tickets.
Oh, the lottery.
Exactly. So you still have a shot, and I believe at the Armory they're only $19 for tickets.
Dang.
Pretty good.
That's awesome.
So armoryonpark.org. armoryonpark.org for information, tickets online if you can get them. I don't know if there's any more online left or if it's just the lottery, but if you're in New York City, goes through June 22nd. Check it out. And it's Macbeth. Even if you don't go for Richard Coyle, it's still Macbeth. Good story.
Maybe. I'm already seeing Of Mice and Men, though. So.
Oh, well, excuse me.
James Franco. Sorry.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's go to predictions. Get her off.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
What do you think?
All right, let me say this, because there's a couple things that can happen. First off, the submarine. We saw the submarine briefly in episode 1. We saw the drawing of the submarine in episode 2. I don't want to predict anything because I don't know enough about it yet to say what it is, but something obviously is coming with the submarine, which would be news in 1729. I'm interested to see what they do. Yeah. You know, what's watertight in 1729? The one prediction I will make, Blackbeard at some point during the episode tonight says it's the ones closest to you, the ones who trust you the most, who are the most loyal, that you have to be the most skeptical of. I'm paraphrasing. Who else is very loyal and close and trustworthy with Blackbeard? Salima. Yeah. So we don't know a ton about her story yet. We don't know what's going on, whatever, with her yet. And there is, by the way, a little announcement we have to make with Salima in a second here. Yeah. But I think that Blackbeard, I'll just say it, I think he's going to turn on Salima. I know he loves her, he has interest in her, whatever, but I think because he's so devoid of and craving for power and craving for significance and consistency in that power, he's going to turn on those closest to him, whether it's right or not. And one of those people is Salima, and she is in danger. I
feel like she's kind of digging her own grave too, because she keeps just kind of messing up a little bit, you know, and always blaming Lowe.
And disagreeing with Blackbeard a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's a good prediction. I think the Catherine and Lowe thing, I feel like she doesn't like him. I feel like she's doing it for a reason, to like get off the island or something, because maybe she knows that he's gonna eventually get off because he's like a good guy. So maybe she wants to switch it up and be with the good people. And her husband's gonna find out about this whole thing. I mean, clearly if Blackbeard knows. But yeah. Really quick, though, we have to mention that announcement.
Yeah, hey, we are trying. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's looking good. On the 16th instead of the 15th, I believe, is going to be the date. Yasmin Al-Masri, who plays Salima, we are hoping, cross your fingers, is going to be in studio to talk about it with us. I know you're out.
Yeah.
That week.
Bummed out.
We'll confirm it this week. If we can confirm it, we will we'll put it up on YouTube. Either way, we're back next week as always, but hopefully she will join us, and she knows quite a bit about Malkovich. She's working with him a lot.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty awesome.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome. Well, where can they find you?
I'm at Bobby DeMuro on Twitter and at Mr. Bobby DeMuro on Instagram.
Awesome. And I'm Kelly, and I'm at Holly Weirdo on Twitter and Instagram. Well, it's been fun. Well, see you next time, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.